For decades, Tejano music has been a voice for Mexican-American culture, bringing together a fusion of genres like corridos and rancheras with European polkas and American pop, rock, country, and even R&B. And this year, for the first time in almost 5 decades, the biggest night in Tejano music has relocated from San Antonio, Texas, and will take place in Katy. The Tejano Music Awards has been a pillar within the Texas music industry, and some are even saying it's having a comeback with younger generations. Joining us now to tell us more about the Tejano Music Awards is Blanca Beltran-Robinson of Champions Club Agency and Yeisi, singer and songwriter and nominee for Tejano Music Awards. Blanca, Yeisi, welcome. Bienvenidos to Hello Houston.
Thank you so much for having us. We're super excited to be here to talk to you guys and tell all your audience about Tejano music being here. But the music never left. Let's just start with that because you know, Tejano music has been around for a long time. But the first time that it's coming to Houston in terms of the Tejano Music Awards, that's huge. So we had to make it big, you know. So we had to, you know, create an experience for our fans and, you know, bring in artists like Yeisi, who, you know, comes from the Valley and has had his own success in his artistry as well. So we're so excited to just feature the different new talent that's in town, too.
And I think that's one of the first questions when we were talking about this is essentially it's been in San Antonio for a long time. You know, San Antonio pretty much dominated this event. Why Katy? Why move?
So I think initially they've been trying several times to bring it to Houston, but for some reason things have fallen through and it just didn't happen. And this year they finally said, you know what, the board said, you know what, we're going to make it happen. And it just all the connecting dots came together and Katy made the offer and it just, you know, it was all alignment. Yeah. And so the fact that it sold out, you guys, in 72 hours without promoting one artist that was performing or any kind of social media, anything other than the fact that it was happening, 72 hours, all the tables were sold out.
Well, those lucky enough to have a ticket,
yes.
What do they expect? What are they going to get?
There's going to be presentations, obviously, for the awards for the best singers, for the best artists, the new songs, and the different other categories. And we're going to have Ram Herrera performing. We're also going to have La Diferencia. And Yeisi, what do you want to chime in on the different artists that are coming?
Yeisi, what are you nominated for?
Well,
yes,
I was nominated last year.
Yes,
last year with a duet, a song that I recorded with the man that they're honoring for the Lifetime Achievement, Mr. Ram Herrera, who anybody that knows Tejano knows Ram's been around for decades. He's one of the Tejano greats. And last year we had a nomination for the collaboration. This year, like Blanca was saying, it's so exciting to have it in a new place because it's always been in San Antonio, and I've been going for the past 5 years. And yesterday we had media night, and we were talking about, you know, how do you feel about having it in Houston? And it just feels exciting to see something new, something different. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I was comparing it to like a new car smell, you know. it's exciting to get that. Let's see how the city embraces it. Obviously, they sold out, so obviously they are. Yeah. But just to see the vibe here in Houston and let the Houston people and people from the surrounding areas have a chance to attend it, because some people, not everybody can drive to San Antonio and drive and get the hotel and spend the days. But if it's here in your hometown, give the Tejano fans in the city of Houston a chance to enjoy it firsthand.
Yeah. So, Yeisi, how did you get to the point you're at today? If I'm not mistaken, were you a school teacher?
Yes, I taught music. I studied music in college. Cello was the formal instrument that I studied.
Wow.
And I kind of balanced it, you know, I always had a love for songwriting. Yeah. And I started, you know, recording some independent stuff. And before I knew it, I had enough for an album. And then I recorded a video. And then one big jump was when I became member of the Grammy, of the Recording Academy, as a songwriter, as an artist. And that really helps you kind of move to the next level. I just got back from the Latin Grammys last week in Vegas. And that's a great place to network and in my case, as a songwriter, also push my songs and have other artists record them as well.
There have to be students that come up and be like, hey, you used to be my teacher.
I've had a lot of them reach out to me online. They find me and they remember me. And
do you remember them?
I remember some of them. I always say there are some whose face stay the same no matter how old they get, and some who change completely. Yeah. But it's nice. I had great music teachers as an elementary and middle school and high school student. So I know hopefully I passed some of that on to my students.
Yeah.
Well, it's cool because actually, in a sense, you are still educating, but on a different platform with a different style and being able to share your music and your stories on a much broader spectrum than the classical.
It's so interesting being a cellist. I mean, what is the instrument now that you play whenever you're performing, or are you a singer?
Well, when I write songs, I usually use guitar or piano. Those are kind of the two go-to instruments to write a song because you could find the chords and it's kind of gives you a good idea of what the song can sound like.
Yeah.
I studied a little bit of those in college because you got to take your applied piano classes, but enough to where I can write my songs. On stage, I don't really play any instruments. I just sing the songs.
Oh, you don't come up and accompany yourself on cello?
No.
Someone who took cello when I was in elementary school, I understand the problems.
It doesn't quite.
It's not the most melodic.
Which, Blanca, you said it very loud and clear. Tejano never went away.
Right.
It's always been here. But why do you feel like, with Bad Bunny has done some collaborations, there's kind of this new vibe, right? The band from South Texas, Edinburgh, Frontera. Bad Bunny did a collaboration with Frontera, and they brought that. I think Justin Bieber's done some collaborations in Tejano music specifically.
Right.
What is it right now that Tejano's making the movement back to?
I think it's what the biggest thing that we were talking about just last night. Actually, it's about uniting. With music, for me, it saved me as a teenager. Music really resonated with me because going through struggles in life as we all do, right, and different things. So music saved me, but the importance of bringing the younger artists and showcasing them, like I had an interview with Ramirera last night, and he specifically spoke on that and saying it's up to us who have paved the way to continue to elevate them and continue to show them to work together, to unite. And you just said it right now, collaborating. I know that you collaborated with Ram with that beautiful song. So it's also about continuously working together because we can't do everything alone.
Yeah.
So, Blanca, what's your role in this?
So I'm president of the Champions Club Agency. So we're helping curate the red carpet experience. And we wanted to make sure our artists felt super special. Being here in Houston for the first time, we're going to showcase, different photographers, different media is going to be present on the red carpet. And then we're going to have some extra little kind of podcast interviewers or other interviews happening behind the red carpet. And then on the right side, we're going to have a whole fan fest. So anybody who gets there early, 50 people, going to get swag bags. But of course, everybody is invited. It's free. But you have to have a ticket to get inside. So they're still selling general admission tickets, but it's a standing room only.
We did get a couple questions. How do I get tickets? Yes. If somebody wants to get tickets, where should they go to?
TejanoMusicAwards.com.
Okay.
And then, so there should be a link somewhere in there. I can't tell you specifically, but yes, they are still tickets available. And as far as I know, I purchased one last night. So
okay,
yes,
good.
I do know that.
We did
and
also
you even had to purchase a ticket?
I did, because I wanted to make sure a specific friend of mine made it in.
Okay,
yes.
good.
Yes.
And we also got another YouTube comment. Earl Grey T-Cat says, my father loved Ram Herrera. Tejano was always in the car and house when I grew up in the Rio Grande Valley.
Yes.
He's one of the greats.
Yes.
I feel so fortunate I got a chance to record. I wrote a song, and I had worked with him in other events. We were both guest artists on a Christian Tejano album a few years ago. And we were in the studio at Freddie Records in Corpus. And years later, when I saw him there, I said, maybe one day we can do something. And I reached out to him a couple of years later with the song that I wrote. And he graciously accepted, and he contributed his talent to the song. Then he went down to the valley where I live, and we recorded a very nice music video. And it was, we were there recording it, and I was just enjoying the moment because he's one of the greats. People that know Tejano, so many hits that he's got. And when he performs, the people, like the gentleman that just made a comment, it takes him back to, 20, 30 years of hits.
Right. And, I feel like we can't talk about Tejano without talking about the queen, Selena.
Of course.
And, I know there was a Netflix documentary that just came out. Will you guys be doing anything to celebrate her legacy at the awards ceremony?
Not specifically. We really didn't want to take away from the Netflix documentary, but also take away from the artists who are showing up. So we have some young ladies, Las Divas, they're twins, and they're performing, well, not performing, but they're there with their dad, the brother, I think the uncle. It's like a whole family. And they're just so adorable. And they performed a cappella with some of the live interviews that were happening there. So it's about showcasing the new talent. But yes, definitely we cannot speak about Tejano music and not speak of La Reina. Selena, you know, so anything for Selena's, right? But, you know, it's, you know, she definitely paved the way for women because, you know, in the industry, it was really male dominant. And it's still, to be honest, it is still to this day. But we're not going to talk about that. We're talking about celebrating who are there, the women who are being honored and being nominated and being and also performing. We have Veronica La Consentida. She's going to be performing live on the red carpet.
Beautiful.
With a couple of dancers. And then the mayor actually issued a proclamation for the TTMA, the Tejano Music Awards day for today.
Yeah,
so we're going to celebrate that.
We know, Katy, where is the venue?
It's Texas Saloon.
Texas Rodeo.
Rodeo Saloon. It's off of Mason Road. Off of I-10 and Mason Road, you make a left, and it's to the left. It's very easy to get to. So, yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
this is
you.
very
Good luck.
exciting. And
Thank
one more
you.
time where people can find tickets just in case they want to go.
TejanoMusicAwards.com. So www.TejanoMusicAwards.com.
Well,
Very excellent.
this is very exciting. Blanca Beltran-Robinson of Champions Club Agency and Yeisi, singer-songwriter nominee for Tejano Music Awards. Yeisi, good luck tonight.
Yeah.
I'm not nominated tonight. Tonight I'm presenting an award.
Oh,
Well, good luck
presenting.
presenting.
I was nominated last year
Last
and a couple
year.
years before. Maybe I have some new music coming out, so maybe next year.
Next
Next
year.
year. We're
Well,
going to keep an
We're going
eye
to plant
on
It's
you.
always an honor
We're going to
just
plant
to
the seed.
present.
Absolutely.
Yes. We want to thank you both for being with us.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much for
Today.
having us.